Look at this. This is a crazy video as we see two young male lions descending upon this home. These dogs are there to meet them, but ugh. Look how aggressive these two lions are. I mean, these dogs aren't backing down, but I don't think 20 dogs could take on these two lions. It's almost like these lions are the Bash Brothers. They're just going house to house, looking for something to eat. Let's also take a look at the luckiest man alive. The owner of the dogs, hearing the commotion, goes out to check. Even opens the gate and walks out. I mean, buddy. I mean, that could have been a bad situation. For the guy, with the gate left open, meaning for the dogs, if he left the door open to the house, could have been a bad waterfall. Yeah, I agree with that guy. What is that thing?
That's trippy. Somebody help me understand that. Somebody help me understand what the that is. Look at no, that's the sky's tripping. Big time, baby, big time.
Of all the comments I saw, the best ones were, "It's exactly what you think it is," "This is a booster separation from a rocket," or "This is an aircraft losing its cloaking." Man, I don't know what it is, but it feels and seems very sketchy. This photo was uploaded to Reddit in March of 2021 by user Phoenix783. The image shows a still frame captured from their CCTV camera, which is set to only detect movement. It shows a street outside their house, and in the left lane, an upright figure can be seen standing still in the middle of the road. So what does the person do? They go straight to the Reddit community. After sharing this image, it definitely sparked some debate with over 1,000 comments. Some users think it might just be a mannequin placed on the road for some reason. However, others are skeptical and believe it might be a product of Photoshop or another form of photo manipulation. Yet, when a luminance gradient filter was applied to the photo, the figure displayed varying depths, shadows, and light, suggesting that it was genuinely present, as its features aligned perfectly with the surroundings. Now, some enthusiasts who lean more toward the paranormal drew parallels between the figure and the Fresno Nightcrawler. A less popular cryptid, but still. The Nightcrawler is described as having a noticeably small upper body in proportions to its height, which is pretty small, about 1.5 meters, and most of its height is attributed to its long legs. Now, the important part. What do you guys think about this mysterious photo? I am curious to hear your thoughts. No need to do a triple take, you are seeing exactly what you think you're seeing. This lady is walking down an alley with a lion. I swear, that's exactly what it looks like when you pull a toddler away from the playground. I mean, I need so much context, I need all the backstory. What is happening here? It's just an amazing clip. If you have any idea how she is doing this, let us all know.
Oh, attention! Mike!
Oh putain! Oh putain! Merde, vite! Vite! Retourne dedans!
Oh my gosh, the anxiety I have over this. What are those guys doing? Someone please tell me, why would those guys be out there? If you look closely, it looks like they've been up there a few times. There's maybe the little axe trail on the way up. You know, I would say that this would probably be one of my worst fears, but I would never put myself in this situation. I'm all the way out. Don't invite me. I don't want to go. The risk reward is just not there for me. I hope these guys are okay. As the iceberg topples over and they fall off, it looks like the wake from the structure was actually able to push them out of the way. It was dicey for the second guy, but the one guy definitely got pushed out of the way. Hopefully the second guy just followed right behind him. Whoever's filming scooped him up. End of story. Go home and get some hot chocolate. Now, this is a bit of a sad video here. We are seeing a mysterious phenomenon unfold known as whale stranding. When I originally saw this clip, I thought that there was one whale that was dying, and then all of its family members had come to gather around it, but apparently that is not the case. All of these whales are dying. Now, this coming together is a testament to the bonds that these whales have and the empathy they feel. But the real question is, why are they all dying? Scientists can only speculate at this point. A lot of people in the comments are blaming sonar, whether it be government testing weapons or sonar from submarines. Nevertheless, it's a powerful clip. Okay, this is an awesome photo here. This is an incident next to the Kambaru Sanctuary in Karnataka. So this leopard was chasing this dog. The dog, finding itself trapped, leapt into this bathroom. And sure enough, the leopard jumped in right behind him. The dog, scared to death once the leopard entered, just cowered in a corner. Didn't even dare to bark or fight. Was just accepting his fate. Now, let's not forget this leopard was hungry. He was chasing this dog, not to play with it, but to eat it. But that didn't happen. The two animals were together in different corners for almost 12 hours. The forestry department was able to lean over the enclosure and tranquilize the leopard and get both of them out of there safely. Now, like me, I'm sure you're asking why the leopard didn't eat the dog. Well, researchers responded to this question. According to them, wild animals are very sensitive to their freedom. As soon as they realize their liberty has been taken away, they can't do what they want to do. They can feel deep sorrow, so much so that they can forget their hunger. Their natural motivation to feed the stomach begins to be replaced by motivation for freedom. Freedom to think, act, and live in a way that they wish. Just an amazing photo. In late March of 2021, a story shared by grandmother Tori McKenzie caught the attention of several national news outlets in Australia and around the world. Tori had set up a CCTV camera in her granddaughter's room at her son's house. She took this upon herself after her granddaughter complained about a mysterious visitor frequenting her room. I bet that went over great with her daughter-in-law. A few days later, Tori got a notification on her phone. The camera had detected movement in the room. When she checked the footage, she almost fell down. In the night vision view, an oddly hunched figure stood near the crib. Tori described it as a horned creature with long claws. Concerned, she went over to the house and started burning special oils in an attempt to cleanse the house. Now, strangely enough, this seemed to aggravate the unseen presence. Cabinets and curtains began to fling open, and music would spontaneously play. Grandma decided to share her unsettling experience in a paranormal group on social media. Many advised her to tell her son and wife and daughter to move out. Others suggested bringing in a priest for a cleansing ritual. As for the skeptics, well, they wondered if the image might be a product of AI manipulation or even a staged prank. But Tori decided to clap back. In response, she insisted she had neither the knowledge nor the tools to manipulate such footage. She also mentioned that orbs had been spotted in the bedroom previously. Taking advice from others, the family tried burning nettle salt and Palo Santo, commonly known as holy wood, and believed to ward off negative energy. It gets weirder. Every time they tried to light the wood, it would mysteriously extinguish, followed by a short burst of music that lasted about 5 seconds before abruptly stopping. To this day, Tori's predicament remains unsolved, and the family still lives in the house. I just think this clip is incredible. Look at this massive great white shark. And that right there is why they say, you know, great whites aren't the most aggressive shark, but when they bite you, you usually die because you can't survive a bite from something like that. And this might be the comment of the year. A guy in the comments said, just punch it in the nose, they say. I'm sure you've all heard that. If you're at the beach and a shark bites you, latches on, just punch it in the nose. Yeah, okay. The original uploader of this said that a man on a horse is getting attacked by an interdimensional creature. It says these creatures come from a parallel world that is still unknown to us, but is also connected to our world. So they just slip back and forth. And you can see when the creature lunges at the horse, I mean, it bucks the rider off. It's not intimidated at all. This clip was uploaded from a camera in Monterrey, Mexico. A small mysterious creature just crossing over this roadway. I gotta say, to me it looks like a little person or a creature or something walking across, like something that's like 2 feet tall, 3 feet tall. Everyone in the comments seems to agree. Some are saying that it could be a skunk. I'd love to know your guys' thoughts on this. What do you think this could be? Caught in a trail cam in Arizona, look as this mist-like creature comes from the right of our screen to the left. This is creepy. What is that? You know how you can see these videos on the street sometimes and it could just be a reflection or something? First of all, there's nothing for this to reflect off of, and there don't seem to be too many people just walking around this area. Some are saying that it's just a fog-like mist, but I feel like I see a human body shape walking through there. Recently, UFOs have been reported over the Colima and Popocatépetl volcanoes, and it's happened right after these volcanoes erupted. These mysterious sightings were caught on camera by Webcams de Mexico, a national service that continuously monitors and documents volcanic activity. In one of the video clips, there's this bright light hovering close to one of the volcanoes. After hanging there for a bit, it suddenly shoots straight up into the sky and disappears. It's really puzzling to say the least. Then, there's another clip with an object that has a really odd shape, almost like a horse if you squint and look closely at its dark silhouette. Now, this one is also just hovering there, but it's not doing much. Which somehow that doesn't make it any less odd. Fast forward a few days, another intriguing sighting involved a bunch of bright lights floating near one of the volcanoes, kind of like lightning bugs. But here's the thing, these lights were captured during a volcanic eruption. I mean, can you imagine that? A volcano is erupting, spewing lava, ash, and right in the middle of this scene, there's a bright light flying across the sky. It's obvious from the way it moves that it's not a piece of lava or anything like that. So what do we think these lights could be? Someone in the comments said that these could be drones. Which I tell you, if they're drones with cameras on them, I mean, they got some amazing footage, but I'm thinking it's something else entirely, if you know what I mean. With no conclusive evidence, it's hard to say, but this footage certainly gets you thinking. Alright guys, buckle up for a creepy story that'll stop you right in your tracks. A group of bikers ventured into the infamous McCoy mine in Nevada, looking for a thrill. But what they found will leave you questioning everything. They even had this brave kid with them, which you gotta give props to this guy. Anyway, they stumbled upon something truly disturbing. A pile of children's shoes in an abandoned mine. But wait, it somehow gets weirder. Mixed in with these shoes were bones. Animal or human, they couldn't really tell. But the really, truly creepy, chilling part was that these weren't old-timey shoes. These were modern sneakers. There were some Nikes, Adidas, Air Jordans, Vans, the kind of shoes that kids wear today. I mean, I'll just say it, this screams not right on so many levels. Who would collect kids' shoes and dump them in a mine? It's like maybe some creepy collector or even a serial killer using it as a trophy room. But then again, I would think there would be a huge outcry if this many kids went missing from this area. Anyhow, the whole thing is a terrifying mystery. There's no clear explanation that makes sense. It's straight up nightmare fuel. Eventually, the bikers decided to get out of there, and you can't really blame them. Nevertheless, let me know your theories in the comments. I mean, what could possibly explain this unsettling discovery? In another curious development on Reddit, a user named Lousy Mouse shared a photograph that has made the paranormal world wonder. The snapshot captures a seemingly ghostly presence. But the creepy part is that it's displayed on a child's bedroom baby monitor. The image itself depicts an almost translucent figure hovering at the photo's edge. You can see it right there on the right side, almost pressed up against the wall. Now, the mom who took this photograph said she took it while her son was deep in sleep. And many have said the spectral outline of what many claim looks like a woman, possibly donned in a nightgown, has been the epicenter of endless debates and speculation. Basically, the air is thick with theories. And there are kind of two camps. Some are saying that this might be a benevolent guardian, perhaps an angel or a spirit standing vigil as the child dreams. That's a cool kind of thought. Maybe it's a past family member or something like that. They argue that this mysterious entity might be there to protect or just watch over this young, innocent soul. Now, of course, not everyone is convinced. Some skeptics point towards more mundane explanations. They theorize that perhaps it's just a shadow cast by some type of object. It could be in a way that tricks your eyes, causing a parabolic type effect. Despite these varying beliefs, there's one undeniable fact. This photograph has piqued the interest of many paranormal investigators, and they are clamoring to get their hands on more visuals of this particular bedroom. What most are really hoping for is a chance to study images captured from the exact perspective, but it doesn't seem like they've been able to do that. As for the mom, she says she's actually battling excitement. She thinks it's kind of cool, but of course there is a hint of anxiety, so more to be revealed.
Okay, so check this video out. A park ranger captured something pretty crazy on his phone. In a state park down in Florida, a ranger was driving one of the Jeeps on his way to investigate a disturbance on the other side of the park. Suddenly, he caught something out of the corner of his eye and noticed a huge figure moving among the trees. He pulled the Jeep to a stop, grabbed his flashlight and phone and started recording. Given the darkness, it's challenging to identify the figure clearly. Not to mention trying to handle the spotlight and use the video on his phone. The creature eventually slinks off, and again, the footage is hard to decipher. But once back at the station, he shows his colleagues. Now most people think it's just a black bear, and some say it's definitely Bigfoot. But the ranger has a sneaky suspicion he has captured video of the elusive Florida skunk ape here. They released the video to the public in hopes someone can identify the creature. On another note, the fact that it was a park ranger who recorded this has stirred quite the discussion. The footage provides a glimpse of the mystery creature, and I'd be interested if any of our viewers can make out any distinguishing features. Anyhow, let me know. What's your take on this footage? The video footage was captured by a dash cam installed in a vehicle traveling late at night. The driver, who later uploaded the clip online, felt something quickly move across his path while he was on the road. Initially, he was startled, thinking that maybe a deer or some other wild animal had darted in front of his car, a common occurrence on that specific highway. However, when he reached home and reviewed the footage, what he saw surprised him. The object that crossed his path wasn't a deer or any recognizable animal. Instead, it appeared to be a swift-moving shadow, darting across the road. Curious, and wanting to rule out any technical glitches, he sought the expertise of professionals to examine the footage. They confirmed that his camera was functioning correctly at the time and hadn't malfunctioned. What the camera captured seemed to be a mysterious shadow creature that resembled an animal in form. The very idea of a shadow entity taking on the shape of an animal added layers of intrigue to the entire encounter. So, what exactly was it that crossed his path that night?